Hello students, you are welcome in Limits and Derivatives part 15. Today we are doing miscellaneous exercise. Now this is first question, fourth part. Differentiate cos of x minus pi by 8 with respect to x using definition, using first principle, or I told you using ab initio, ab slash intio. This word is also having the same meaning using definition. So let the given function is fx. Fx is equal to cos of x minus pi by 8. Now because we want to use definition, so we will evaluate f of x plus h. So replace x by x plus h using brackets. So cos of x plus h minus pi by 8. Now use definition. So f dash x after using definition will be limit h tends to 0. Cos of x plus h minus pi by 8 f of x plus h minus fx, which is cos of x minus pi by 8 divided by h. Now when you apply limit, so it is 0 upon 0 form, so that's why we need simplification. So use cos c minus cos d formula. It will be minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 into sin c minus d by 2. Apply that formula. So limit h tends to 0, minus 2 sine, it is 2x plus h minus 2 into pi by 8 upon 2 into sine h by 2 upon h. Now still when you apply limit, still it is 0 upon 0. And which term will be reduced to the standard form? When you put h0, so this function is not 0. When you put h0, so this function is 0. It means 0 upon 0 form is because of this sine h by 2. So we will reduce this sin h by 2 to the standard form. So you apply standard form. It means we must have h by 2 here in the denominator. So you can take this 2 here. You can write like this. Write limit with both functions separately. Applied limit, this is standard form equal to 1. When you put h0, so it will be sine of x minus pi by 8 minus sine. So the derivative, it means this is answer, derivative of cos x minus pi by 8 will be minus sine of x minus pi by 8. This is using definition. So I hope it is clear. Now we have done this formula, derivative of x raised to the power n. It is, we know the formula is n into x raised to the power n minus 1. It will be convenient for you if you remember this result as variable raised to the power n. This n is constant, it means base must be variable. How will you define variable here in the derivatives? If you assume fx is equal to y, so y is a function of x. Fx, we can also assume it as y. So x and y will be variables, the rest of that will be constants. So variable, it means any function of x. So that can be written as fx also. So this formula is now derivative of fx raised to the power n or derivative of variable raised to the power n. Now what will be the formula in that case? So derivative of any function of x raised to the power n or variable raised to the power n will be n into fx raised to the power n minus 1 into derivative of fx. We have to multiply by the derivative of the function. If you are remembering in terms of variable, then n into variable raised to the power n minus 1 into derivative of variable. To understand this, you consider one question. This is question number 12 of miscellaneous exercise. This is differentiate ax plus b raised to the power n. Now you compare it with fx raised to the power n. So fx, if you compare and write down the formula, so it means we will use now derivative of fx raised to the power n, and it will be n into fx raised to the power n minus 1 into derivative of fx. So if you compare, fx is ax plus b. It means if you apply this derivative, if you apply this formula to this function, what will happen? Derivative of ax plus b raised to the power n, where fx is ax plus b. Apply this formula, It means in this formula we will replace fx by ax plus b. So it will be n into ax plus b raised to the power n minus 1 into derivative of ax plus b. Now what is derivative of ax plus b? Using algebra of derivatives, derivative of first function plus derivative of second, and derivative of a into x, derivative of x will be 1, derivative of b, it is constant 0. So this is answer, n into ax plus b raised to the power n minus 1 into a. If you want, you can after one or two questions you can write without using this process, you can write the direct derivative using this formula. So you can directly write this derivative. So this is question number 12. I hope it is clear. Now question number 13. So of miscellaneous exercise, y is, let given function is y and y is equal to ax plus b raised to the power n into cx plus d raised to the power m. Now again this is variable raised to the power constant. This is also variable raised to the power constant. You can assume these functions as fx and gx. So this is fx, ax plus b, let cx plus d is gx. So y will be now fx raised to the power n into gx raised to the power m. If you differentiate both sides, what will happen? Derivative of y with respect to x dy by dx, using u into v or the product rule of the derivative, derivative of first function into second function, u dash into v, plus u into v dash means derivative of this second function, gx raised to the power n. Now you have to find the derivative using the formula we have done, variable raised to the power constant or fx raised to the power n. So what will be derivative? N into fx raised to the power n minus 1 into derivative of fx into, write down this function as it is, plus fx raised to the power n into derivative of this m into gx raised to the power m minus 1 into g dash x, derivative of gx. So you put values of fx and write the derivative. Yes, here fx is ax plus b, so n into ax plus b raised to the power n minus 1 into derivative of ax plus b. Fx is ax plus b, so derivative of ax plus b into cx plus d raised to the power m, plus ax plus b raised to the power m n into derivative, this is replace gx by cx plus d. So m into cx plus d raised to the power m minus 1 upon derivative of cx plus d, and you write the derivative. So this is the answer. So this is using product rule and variable raised to the power constant. I hope it is clear. Similarly, question number 19. Find derivative of sine raised to the power nx with respect to x. It is can be written like this: sin x raised to the power n, let it is equal to y. So this is variable raised to the power n. This is not x raised to the power n. This is variable raised to the power n, or any function of x raised to the power n. Now use this formula: n into any variable raised to the power n minus 1 into derivative of variable. How will you identify which is variable? Either x or any function of x will be variable. Or if you have assumed it as y now, because y is a function of x, so y is also a variable here. So x and y both are variables. Rest of the term that will be constants. So n into variable raised to power n minus 1 into derivative variable. Variable means we are talking of sin x. So apply this formula: n into sin x raised to the power n minus 1 into derivative of sin x. And what is derivative of sin x? It is cos x. So I hope it is clear. So this is derivative of sin x raised to the power n. Now question number 27 of miscellaneous. Differentiate x square into cos pi by 4 upon sin x. Why I have selected this function? Because this is cos pi by 4. There is no x. So this is a constant. Now it is with variable. So this will be coefficient of x square here. So it will be a constant. So differentiate, we will use quotient rule, u upon v. This whole numerator is u, this is v. Apply the formula, I have directly applied it. V square in the denominator means sine square x. Derivative of u, derivative of x square into cos pi by 4 into sine x, minus u into v dash. U means x square into cos pi by 4 into derivative of sine x. So find its derivative. I am repeating, cos pi by 4 is coefficient of x square. So treat this as other constant like 2, 3, 4. So cos pi by 4 into derivative of x square, which is 2x, minus derivative of sin x is cos x. So this is answer, derivative of this using quotient rule. I hope it is clear. So that's all. In this chapter 13, you try the remaining questions of this miscellaneous exercise, and we will discuss the problems in the live sessions. So that's all. Thank you.